All right, so like I said, thank you for coming to help us celebrate ribbon cutting for the Polk City TECO Lakeland Electric joint tie line to help serve our customers in Polk City in time of need or emergency, or if Lakeland Electric's lines or facilities are unavailable. This collaboration will help us serve those customers. So my name's Joey Curry. I'm the Assistant General Manager of Energy Delivery for Lakeland Electric. So it's my responsibility to oversee our power lines and substations and make sure our customers have power. So this project, real briefly, Polk City is at the northern end of our service territory for Lakeland Electric, so we're bordered by Tampa Electric Company. And throughout the state, all utilities have their certain boundaries, and we don't overstep those boundaries. We work within our areas. So Polk City customers are on what we call a radial feed. We have two circuits out of a single substation coming north to serve our customers. So if those two circuits are out of power, we had no way to serve our customers. So we challenged our folks to think outside the box. How can we get power to our Polk City constituents, our customers, in an expedient way that didn't cost a fortune to try to build something. And they really did a good job. They collaborated with our partner TECO in this and developed a backup plan that will allow us, in the event that our lines are down or we cannot serve our customers through our substation, that we can close in some switches on the other side of the substation and pick you up from Tampa Electric substation for a short period of time. All right. So with that, I'd like to recognize some special guests that we currently have here with us from Polk City. Mayor Joe LaCascia, right? Don Kimsey, the Vice Mayor of Polk City. He's not here. Wayne Harper, Commissioner of Polk City. Also Charlie Lake, Commissioner of Lake Alfred. Our guest from TECO and partner in this is Jerry R. Chazet, Tampa Electric. He's the Vice President of Electric Delivery for TECO. For Lakeland Electric, we have Joel Ivey, our General Manager. Our Utility Committee member, Governing Board, Dr. Joe Childs, here with us today. Assistant General Manager of Energy Production, Mike Beckham, in back. And our Assistant General Manager of Customer Service, David Cuss. Also, I'd like to say a special thank you to the City of Lakeland staff. This was a huge collaboration for us. It wasn't just our people. It wasn't just Lakeland Electric's folks that did this. We had to use telecommunications to do the fiber work, which is a city department. They helped us, as well as other city staff. The TECO staff that was on site that did the work inside the substation. And then, of course, our Lakeland Electric crews, underground and overhead line crews that did the work to get this accomplished, as well as our engineering folks that designed it, our system protection engineers that designed the protection scheme to allow this to work. A little bit of unique thing about this is TECO's distribution voltage is 7620. Ours is 7200. So that was another challenge. How do we make that work? And they came up with a plan to do that very, very well. Okay, so also I'd like to thank our marketing and LE staff for putting all this together for us to be able to come out and celebrate this accomplishment with y'all. They did a great job, and they're setting up for lunch, I think, after this for us. And also the volunteers that are here that are helping to organize all of this. Also, I'd like to thank our media partners that are here today to help us celebrate. Okay, so at this time, I'd like to introduce again and invite Mayor LaCascia to the podium. He's our first guest speaker. Mayor LaCascia has proudly served Polk City as its mayor for over 10 years. He's a dedicated public servant, and he's worked tirelessly for the folks of Polk City. Please join me in welcoming Mayor LaCascia.
Thank you. Good morning. Joey stole all the technical expertise that I was going to talk to you about, so I'm happy about that. When I was asked to speak, I thought a little bit about putting this out on social media, which I did. You may have seen some of it. And it was interesting, some of the responses I got back. It was, some of my friends would say, hey, Mayor, they roll you out for all these important things like Like what? So I said, well, I mean, I get asked to, when there's hardware stores opening or donut shops opening or stuff like that, they usually roll me out. So he said, really nothing too important like RP funding or anything like that when that opens. And I thought about after I had left him, and I really thought in the context of how important this was, and it's so much more important than RP funding or anything else could ever be. RP funding doesn't affect too many people's lives except when they go over there to see a show or something like that, but for the most part, they don't really take part in anything. Thought about how important electric power was. Every time I hit a switch and the light doesn't go on, I think about it more than when it does go on, obviously. But it impacts electricity, power, impacts our lives every day in terms of public health, public welfare, public safety. Public safety, if the lights go out, traffic lights go out, people are scrambling around trying to figure out what to do. They don't do well when lights govern them. Imagine what they do in the dark. Public welfare. I mean, it is so important for everything to work and to people enjoy their lives. It impacts everybody. Public health. We had people during the power outage that needed electricity. We had folks here who stayed with us for a week at our house because he had medical needs that he had to take care of. And we happen to have a generator over there, so it worked out well for him. So it doesn't affect everybody's life. The collaboration between Lakeland Electric and TECO, for what they put together, and all of the people here, and how hard they worked in putting it together. You've heard the technical part of it. The redundancy of the system is so important, and here we go. And Larry raised his hand when they introduced them and Thunder came, so I think he has some connection. It worked very well. So that's really all I have to say. Patricia, I think you're going to introduce some of the people here. Oh, you're not. I thought, okay, I'll start with some of the folks from the staff of Polk City: Patricia Jackson, Sean Dunn, Joanne, Kathy Dell. Well, sorry. Who else we have here from Polk City? And I said Kathy Dell, I thought. And we have Keith is in the back, and Suzette Penton. Did I get everybody from Polk City? Okay, I wanted to make sure we did that. Charlie Lake, thanks for coming. He was a big supporter. He was mayor of Lakeland up until the last time around, and he changed his shirt. He's Lake Alfred, certainly. So thanks. I just want to say thanks for letting me be part of this important event. We look forward to seeing you later. Joey, thanks for that.
Okay, before coming to Tampa Electric, our next guest speaker was President and Chief Operating Officer of Amera, one of Tampa Electric's sister utilities and the most northern and easterly utility in the contiguous U.S. Please join me in welcoming Jerry Chesay, Vice President, Electric Delivery, Tampa Electric.
From one corner of the country to another. And Joey did talk about all the technical details, and as an engineer spending most of my career working on substations and power lines, he took away all the fun stuff for me. So this is just another example, I think, of what utilities in Florida have done for many, many years, especially neighboring utilities for the benefit of their customers. And while, it's kind of a relatively small project, it's a really big thing for customers who are impacted by storms like Irma, and who have, longer power outages, would have longer power outages than what otherwise would be without a project like this. So it's very, very important for those countries, for those customers. We're really pleased to be working with Lakeland to complete this up ahead of the upcoming, and I won't say it, I'll just say season, because we are getting to the peak here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to keep it short, but whether it's a wire solution or an energy solution, we really look forward to continuing these projects, especially when they bring so much benefits to our customers. I'll just end with recognizing some of my team members. Arlie Jones is in the back. He was the project manager on this project. I thought Kenny Parcells, who was our lead supervisor on this project, was going to be here, but We had a group of our crew members that were up all night restoring power because of thunder showers and things like that, and I think they ended up sleeping in this morning. So I appreciate being here. Thank you. It's been a really good project and kind of a proud day for us. We're really happy to be partnering with our neighboring utilities to do these kind of things for our customers. So thank you very much.
All right, and as promised, short and sweet. Our last and final speaker is the General Manager of Lakeland Electric, Joel Ivey. Joel began his public power career over 30 years ago as a line worker and has proudly served as Lakeland Electric's General Manager for the last 7 years. Please join me in welcoming my boss, Joel Ivey.
Joey's only being kind because I am his boss. Let's be real. And for the record, don't ever wear a black shirt in the sunshine. It's a really bad idea. One of the mantras that we had as we were going through Hurricane Irma for the restoration process was neighbors helping neighbors. And it was more than just having people in their homes to stay over if they needed air conditioning or a place to charge their phones or something like that. Linemen from all across the country, from way up in the Northeast, pretty close to your old area actually, were coming down to give us a hand and help us out, and we totally appreciated all that. So this is another one of those examples of how well utility companies can and do work together. We're in dialogue quite a bit with each other, and I think what I've realized over time, I've been doing this for like 36 years or so, you don't get anything you don't ask for, right? So if you don't start with the question, why don't we do this or that, you never know what the possibilities are. So that's kind of how this started. And then the great staffs of Tampa Electric and Lakeland Electric got together and figured out how we could make this work. We've been working on this for what, a year? About a year. So we came to the right decision, the right conclusion. It's cost effective. It's the way that we should be doing this kind of thing. We've done this in my experience across the country before, so it's not brand new to us. It is new here. But Jerry, thank you to your great staff for the effort that they put in. That means a lot to us. And to my staff, thank you all, the project teams, everybody that worked on this. You guys are awesome. You're always awesome. And just keep looking for things like this that we can do to make a difference, especially if it's cost effective. I'm all about that. I got to meet those bottom lines. So without further ado, Joey, I'm going to turn it back over to you. But thank you all for coming, and we really look forward to this great partnership that we've got.
I appreciate our staff and TECO staff as well, but one thing I will ask on the next project, let's schedule this to complete in spring instead of August. I'm melting, air conditioning. All right, at this time I would like to invite all the speakers, the mayor, and guest to, a special guest to come up with us to do the ribbon cutting.
Why don't you count me down?
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
All right. Very good. That's great.
I think I can holler that. Well, you might need it. Okay, that's good. All right, so that concludes our part of the ceremony, and I thank every single one of y'all for being here. I know our employees appreciate this. I hope they do, because we appreciate what they did, and I know the citizens of Polk County will benefit, or Polk City will benefit from this. And that's the main thing at the end of the day. Reliability. That's our job, and that's what we do.